You should play Guilty Gear Xrd. Why? Because this game fucking slaps.
I mean, that's it. The game's fucking fun. Pack it up. Video over.
Why does it slap? 2 reasons. Mechanical depth and complexity, and a unique and diverse cast of fighters.
Now let's fucking talk about it.
Now, Guilty Gear is my first fighter aside from, Tekken 3 at my local bowling alley when I was 9, and a couple hours of mashy, sweaty Kazumi play in Tekken 7. Now, this is an anime fighter, so the character designs are... Now, hold on, I know what you're thinking. It's an anime game, and this guy likes the designs. Oh my god, he just likes his big fucking anime titty. No. I assure you, nothing could be further from the truth, okay? I am not a... My favorite part of the designs for most of the characters in this game are,
It's the weapons. The fucking weapons, you goddamn degenerate. The weapons are fucking cool, okay?
Like, everything is a weapon in this game. There's guns, swords, the power of music, medical supplies, business cards, balls, magical hair. Wait, are they serious with this one?
It's the power of Pantene, baby.
Even your smooth Gorilla 8 brain is a weapon. If you play Leo. Each character in this game is unique in their own way, and their fighting style fits perfectly with their design. It's that uniqueness in the design and the weapons and tools for each character that makes the reward of getting to do your combos that much more satisfying because of how cool they look.
I mean, just look at this. Incredible.
The roster is big enough to house a lot of different and interesting matchups, but small enough that learning each of those matchups in depth, while certainly no easy task, is not impossible. Whereas a game like BlazBlue Central Fiction has so many characters and so many different unique matchups that it's really hard to wrap your head around. But unlike other games with big casts like Street Fighter V or Tekken 7, each character in Guilty Gear is unique in their own way, even if they're pulled from a pre-existing archetype like a Shoto or a grappler. Seriously, even the Shotos in this game are fucking crazy. Okay, let's talk mechanics. Each of the mechanics in Guilty Gear better teaches you how to manage your resources. Now, there's the fundamental resources that are present in all fighting games, such as your life, your super meter, and the amount of time left in the round. But all the different mechanics in Guilty Gear make you rethink about how you have to manage those resources. Do you YRC a button or a projectile in neutral to try and get in? Do you want to take a risk and do something that's unsafe on block and then red RC to stay safe, or purple RC if the move whiffs? On defense, do you use your burst to get out of this combo or this situation? Or do you try and make a read and blitz their pressure to get your own reward? There's even characters with their own specific resources to manage, like Johnny's coins, Sin's calorie meter, Potemkin and your will to live, Sato's eddy meter, and Raven's excitement bar, which, if I'm going to be completely honest, after 500 hours, I still don't know what this does. I guess it decides how big a nut he's going to bust at the end of the round. I don't know. Managing these resources is key to executing your game plan and getting rewarded with a combo. These resources allow for very creative and open-ended play that gives a freedom to play your character the way you want to play them. No two players play the same character the same way. I mean, yeah, you can say that for most fighting games, but most of them run out of ways to meaningfully express your own personal play style. The mechanical depth of Gear allows for high levels of self-expression on top of fundamentals. A Tale of Two Heihyuns will take myself and Valhalla Etchaboy, the person who taught me Guilty Gear and the reason I play Heihyun. Valhalla is a very solid player. He likes to capitalize off of good defense and knowing where his options are while he's defending. Whereas I like to play Heihyun more like I like to get in and stay in and will not stop pressuring until you're dead. Valhalla's chief resource is the character itself. If you wanted to be philosophical about it, it's almost like he's the girl piloting the mech. He represents every option and button that Heihyun has and uses normals and scary pressure to break down and open up his opponents. Resources exist to accent his play, therefore taking calculated risks, confirming hits, getting a small advantage where there isn't one, and to get out of a bad situation safely. The resources accent his solid play, like adding that perfect spice to a meal that's already really good. My usage of resources is far more limited. I represent fewer options, and the only calculation I often make is no thinky, only shinky. I have a harder time opening up opponents with just my pressure, and I often need to leverage meter or take wild gambles to get the same results. Granted, more mature play comes with time and experience, but it's still a key difference in our styles. He's Yoda, and I'm YOLO. And if we're going to keep with the food metaphor, my resource usage is like dumping a shitload of ranch on some frozen chicken nuggets. Now let's talk about the defensive options. I often see that terrible damning word difficulty associated with them. If you buy GuiltyGear and any of these mechanics seems overwhelming or the whole system just doesn't make any sense, hold on, because there's in-game tutorials for everything, every detail in the game, from most basic like movement and what your buttons do, to complex character interactions and matchup specifics. Yes, it's a lot to digest, but don't worry. The complexity of these mechanics makes them that much more rewarding when you learn them and can utilize them properly. You don't need to know everything about the defensive options to play this game and play it well. I still can't blitz properly, and my burst gets baited more than insert punchline. There's regular blocking, which is normal blocking as it is in all fighting games. There's faultless defensing, or FDing, which gives pushback and alters frame data for the cost of some meters so that you can get out of a situation and then punish. There's instant blocking, or IBing, that actually affects the rate at which you gain meter, so it increases it. It also alters frame data, but it's very risky if you mess it up, as you'll get hit and eat a lot of damage. There's blitzing, or the fuck you, I made a read, it's my turn now button. And there's bursting to get out of combos and threatening pressure situations. Bursting is actually the mechanic that I think makes this game great for beginners, because it literally gets you out of the thing that beginner players hate the most, which is getting hit.
Oh, this talk is nice, but can we have a concrete example, please?
Okay, sure. Back to our two favorite kick bros. Valhalla favors using the correct defensive option in the correct scenario, but what really sets him apart is his use of instant blocking. Now, most top players have this in their arsenal, but it's Valhalla's option of choice most of the time. Leveraging exceptional defense to actually build meter quicker when you're not attacking complements his measured play style in such a way that when he's finally got a resource advantage, it's much bigger than it would have been without good defense. My preferred option is blitzing, the more expensive option with greater risk reward in the short term, which better fits my risky, aggressive playstyle. There isn't one correct way to use the defensive options. You might see one or two or all of them in a given sequence of play. The options you understand or like the most allow you to play how you want to play. The defensive options are the reason I still play the game despite not really being that good after however many hours I have at this point. I might be a scrub, but nobody's scrubby in the way that I am. Now, that's pretty much all I've got to say. I'm still new to fighting games, and I'm certainly no expert, and I never will be. And I'm very new to this whole scripted video essay thing, so go easy on me in the comments. I just really love this game, and I hope that you will too. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you liked the video, give it a like, share it, subscribe for more memes. I stream these days, these games, so come out and catch these hands, or feet.